All great dreams start with a spark. 20 years ago, the Whistler Film Festival was a dream, ignited by a vision to bring the majesty of the mountains and the power of storytelling together. In that time, WFF has become a celebration of storytelling, where creativity reigns. Enlightened conversations are the fuel for artistic growth, and meaningful connections lead to future collaborations and friendships. It's a place for talent to flourish naturally, where diverse and energized new voices gain momentum, and where the compelling stories that live inside all of us continue to blaze brightly, just waiting to be told. It's time to ignite that spark again, to focus on stories that light the way to the limitless possibilities of our imagination. Vision is everything. It takes a spark. It takes a village. Here's to celebrating 20 years of the Whistler Film Festival. The best is yet to come.
Hello, and welcome to Whistler, British Columbia, Canada. We're here for the Whistler Film Festival special virtual 20th anniversary show. My name is Feet Banks. I'm your host here for this virtual après, and the Whistler Film Festival is a special thing for me because I grew up here in Whistler. I'm a filmmaker, a film fan, a film critic, and I've been enjoying this festival for 2 decades. We're gonna bring a little bit of that magic to you this time around. So typically, this time of year, the theater would be full, Whistler Village would be hopping, and everyone would be out enjoying 5 days of fun, films, festivities, and frolicking in the snow. Obviously, we can't really do that this year. It's 2020, it's been an interesting time for everyone. So instead of inviting the world to Whistler, Whistler Film Festival is gonna bring Whistler to you. We're gonna share some of the magic of the festival, and all of the films are gonna be available across Canada until December 31st. So that's 30 feature films, 67 shorts, as well as 5 talent talks, 3 special events, and 36 industry sessions. The talent talks, the events, and the industry sessions are available worldwide until December 31st. The films are available across Canada until December 31st. So you can spend your holidays with the Whistler Film Festival if you want. Now, there's a bit of a reputation out there that Whistler is the coolest film festival in the game, and you know what? It is, and I can attest to that. This is a beautiful town. It's a small, little pedestrian village. No one's driving around from the theater to the restaurant to the soiree. Everyone's in together in a relaxed environment, having fun and just socializing and taking it easy and enjoying the magic of cinema. Personally, I've been able to meet some of my Canadian heroes here at the festival. I met Bruce McDonald. I met Jay Baruchel, Kira Cedric. It's, you'd never know who you're gonna bump into, and everyone's just having a good time. So with all those films available across the country until December 31st, that's fantastic. You can spend your holidays with the Whistler Film Festival. Another interesting thing is there's a net proceeds sharing program in place this year, which means Whistler Film Festival is gonna share some of the proceeds with the actual filmmakers that are featured. So when you buy a ticket to watch a film or a pass to watch a bunch of films, some of that money is going back in to support the artists, support filmmakers in what's a year when people can really use support. So that's pretty cool. We're here to celebrate. It's Whistler. We're going to have a good time. We're going to support the Whistler Film Festival for their 20th anniversary. That's a huge accomplishment. I feel like we should go down to the bar and let's kick this après off. All right, I'll see you down there. All right, let's get this Whistler Film Festival 20th anniversary après going. Kick it, DJ Frosty Freeze. Hold on a second. This doesn't seem like appropriate après attire. That's more like it. Before we get started here, I want to talk about giving the gift of story this holiday season and supporting the Whistler Film Festival. So, as you may or may not know, Whistler Film Festival is a charitable organization. It runs on donations by film lovers like me and you. That support helps discover, promote, and emblazon Canadian film talent across the country, and it culminates in this incredible festival that we have year after year here in Whistler. So with our support, we can keep that going for another 2 decades and beyond. Okay, so there's 3 ways you can support Whistler Film Festival in this 20th virtual edition. So number 1, you can shop on the online auction. It's going until December 18th, and there's a ton of awesome packages and experiences on there that you can bid on and support the festival that way. Way number 2 is to just buy tickets. Buy tickets, buy passes, watch movies, buy tickets for your friends. You know, half of that funds is going to the film festival and the other half is going right to the filmmakers themselves. You're supporting the festival, you're supporting filmmaking artists across the country. And then number 3 is just straight up donate. You know, maybe you got a little bit of extra money sitting on it before tax time, give it to the Whistler Film Festival. You support all those great Canadian filmmakers, you support this, and then you get a tax receipt that you can use next spring. So shop, buy, donate, and then of course, you can always buy Whistler Film Festival swag at the store as well, whistlerfilmfestival.com. So before we get this après kicked off here, let's just take a look at the lineup for this year. Let's build a little bit of stoke about all these incredible films that we're going to be able to watch all this month long. All right, let's go. Okay, so one of the best things about Après here in Whistler is after a day of ripping it up on the slopes, you come down to the village and you connect with friends old and new. So it's a real pleasure to connect with 3 old friends of Whistler Film Festival. This is the crew behind Ski Bums, which was a National Film Board documentary produced in 2001. The very first film showed at the very first Whistler Film Festival. It's a story of about 10 ski bums who will do whatever it takes to live the lifestyle, and I'm really honored to be here with the director of the film, John Zaritsky, production manager / star, Johnny Thrash, and cinematographer, also ski bum star, Chris Genvision. Johnny, you're an Academy Award-winning director back in 2000, 2001. How did this film come about where you turned your lens on a bunch of ski bums?
Well, I just turned 55, so
Yeah.
Freedom 55, I was at a party and I ran into this wild, crazy guy called Johnny Thrash, and it was a life-changing moment for me.
He sold you on the excitement of Whistler, and you came up and you got it right away, and that was the impetus
I had
there.
the best 10 years of my life.
Perfect.
I owe it all to Johnny.
Well, Johnny
And
Thrash,
in terms of the film, I mean, all roads led through Johnny Thrash. That's how I met Chris Chan, you know.
Yeah.
But the film itself, these 2 guys should take all the credit. I just directed traffic.
Johnny Thrash, talk about that. I mean, here's a lifestyle that Whistler's familiar with, you know, and all of a sudden you guys are trying to mold the chaos of the community and of yourselves
Molding
into
the
a
chaos.
story. Right? Talk about the ski bum lifestyle a little bit, and how was it to capture that on film?
Well, you just said it, molding chaos. It was. I was dealing with an ultra professional, legendary documentary filmmaker, and I basically just brought what I knew about Whistler and the ski bums, which were just all my friends. So the casting couch was just a continuous roll of all my friends coming in, and it lended to the amazing film because everyone was a character. So it was just win, win, win. Everyone who showed up pretty much, you know, in the most part made it on the film.
And then how about, you know, finishing the film is a small accomplishment in its own, but then getting to be the first film at the first Whistler Film Festival and premiering it here for the ski bum audience.
It was amazing. It was like serendipity reigned and the clouds opened and the hand of God came down and gave us the Whistler Film Festival. So what a way to showcase our hard work. It was a 2-year long battle. We had the National Film Board of Canada graciously came on board, but again, too, it was a hard-won battle, but we got to make the film we wanted to make, so why not let this amazing festival that was on its fledgling year have a local film made by international world-renowned, filmmakers. So.
Yeah. Christian, you've had a few films premiere in Whistler over the years. What do you remember 20 years ago, we're looking back now, and of that opening premiere, and then just the festival as it's grown over the years?
20 years ago when the film opened, it was like mind-blowing. It was like everybody, all our friends, the whole Whistler community was there, like it was packed, and Shauna and the people at the Whistler Film Festival, what a brilliant idea, like you're putting your community on stage, like the first film ever, like it was magic, and it's amazing. And we had a lot of film. I worked on a lot of film that were premiere at the Whistler Film Festival after that, but never, I think we'll see something like that again.
Yeah.
In terms of local flavor, it was pretty incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now here we are 2 decades later. I mean, the Whistler Film Festival has matured, even if maybe some of the local ski bums haven't. But we're known now as the coolest film festival in Canada. What do you think is the Whistler magic and the Whistler Film Festival magic that people are so receptive to when they come here? Thrash, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's just an amazing town with the amazing mountains, and we have a great history of amateur filmmakers here. So there's always been a great culture of filmmaking through your heavy-hitting film festival, and so there's always been people that are doing ski films, and Greg Stump would come here and shoot, and all of the great ski filmmakers have come here to shoot. So we all knew about film. We knew that this was a great subject, and it just brings it all together in this magical potpourri of goodness and craziness and sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Johnny, you've been to probably a few film events and festivals over the years. I feel like it goes without saying that the Whistler and the Ski Bum crew probably can out-party most other festivals, but how does this vibe here differ from some other festivals you've been to?
Well, for me, it's so special to have had Ski Bums be the first film here. As a filmmaker, it's the first, what I felt was my hometown audience.
Right.
And the reaction to the film was so unbelievable, eh? I mean, people went crazy for it here. It just was, like, for me, so gratifying. It was like one of those special evenings that I'll never forget.
Beautiful.
As I say, I can't say it enough. I owe it all to
These guys.
Christian and Johnny.
Thanks so much, fellas. Have a beautiful day, and I really appreciate you coming by.
And thank you.
Thank
Pete.
you.
Thank you.
Great to see
Thank
you guys.
very much.
Nice
Thank
to
you
see you
to
again.
the Whistler Film Festival for
Yes,
having us.
great
Yes,
job.
thank you.
Yeah.
Folks, meet Whistler's favorite band, the Hairfarmers. These guys have been together since 2001, rocking the parties, keeping Whistler vibrant, keeping the music flowing. In 2010, they were actually the subject of a film that premiered at the Whistler Film Festival, part of the Whistler Stories program that showcased some local legends for the Olympics. It's a real pleasure to have them here for Whistler Film Festival 2020 Virtual Après. Please welcome Grateful Greg Reamsbottom, Guitar Doug Craig, the Hairfarmers. Après is what we're doing right now. That is a tradition in Whistler and in mountain culture. You guys know it better than anyone. Greg, what makes for a good, successful après?
It's the people, You're here in Whistler, you're already going to be happy. You skied, you're even happier. You're with your family, you're on vacation, or you're local and you're just out with your buds. But, it's that energy, that mountain energy that it really collects and people feel it. When it gets concentrated and you pour a little gasoline on it and you hand us the match, things get fun in a hurry.
Music is such a huge part of the après experience. That's what your guys' specialty is. That's what we're so thankful to have you here doing tonight. So why don't you get ready with that? And while the boys are setting up, we're going to talk about, giving the gift of story and supporting the Whistler Film Festival. There's 3 different ways to do it. You can shop online at the auction. It goes until December 18th. Some fantastic prizes and packages on there. You can buy tickets or ticket packages to the films, remembering that this year 50% of the ticket money goes to the actual filmmakers, the rest supports the festival. And of course you can just straight up donate, give some of your money, get a tax deductible receipt. The festival is a charity endeavor, and you know, we're gonna keep this thing going for the next 20 years at least. So whistlerfilmfestival.com/give, and yeah, let's get it happen. Here we go with the Hairfarmers.
Too tall, could've used a few pounds. Side pants, points, holding by. She wanted a black hip bitty with big dark eyes. And points on her own, sitting way up high. Well, firm and high. Now Mr. Coldfist when the woods got heavy. Out the backseat of my '67. Working on mystery without any clue. Working on 9 moves. Trying to make some front page drive-in news. Working on 9 moves. It was summertime. Ooh. In sweet summertime, summertime. We want love, oh no, far from it. We were both searching for some pie sky, something. We were just young, restless and bored, living by the sword. We stayed well, it was just cool. Back room, Alice in the trusty woods. Why you so she made neither one care. We're getting our share. Working on a 9 move. Trying to lose those awkward teenage blues. Working on a 9 moves. It was summertime. Ooh, in the sweet summertime. Felt the lightning, yeah. Waited on the thunder. Waited on the thunder. Awoke last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sit and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Ain't it funny how the night moves when you just don't seem to have this much to lose? Strange how the night moves with on closing in. That move. Hey, hey. Well, that moves. Oh, that move. Yeah, yeah, that move. Well, don't I remember? No,
my love's an ocean, you better not cross it. Yeah, I've been the distance and need some rest. Yeah, I had somebody once and damn if I lost her. Yeah, now I'm running like I'm being possessed. And I don't scare easy, I don't fall apart when I'm under the gun. You can break my heart and I ain't gonna run. I don't scare easy for no one. Yeah, I'm a loser at the top of my game. Well, I should've known to keep an eye on you. Now I got a sky that ain't ever the same. Yeah, I got a dream that don't ever come true. And I don't scare easy, I don't fall apart when I'm under the gun. You can break my heart and I ain't gonna run. I don't scare easy for no one. Sun gone down on the canyon wall. I got a soul that ain't ever been blessed. Yeah, I'm a shadow at the back of the hall. Yeah, I got a sin I ain't never confessed. Yeah, I don't scare easy, I don't fall apart when I'm under the gun. You can break my heart and I ain't gonna run. I don't scare easy for no one. Yeah, I don't scare easy, I don't fall apart when I'm under the gun. You can break my heart and I ain't gonna run. I don't scare easy for no one. High and dry, the long off day. Lost and lonely every way. Got the flats all around, sky up above. Yes, I need a little water to love. I've been too long and lonely and my heart feels pain. Crying out for some soothing rain. I believe I've taken enough. Yes, I need a little water love. Water love, deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, gonna carry that water of love to me. There's a bird up in a tree, sitting up high, just waiting for me to die. If I don't get some water soon, I'll be dead and gone in the afternoon. Water to love, deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, gonna carry that water of love to me. Once I had a woman I could call my own. Once I had a woman, now my woman, she gone. Once there was a river, now there's a stone. You know it's evil when you're living alone. Water to love, deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, gonna carry that water of love to carry that water of love deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, gonna carry that water of love to me. Water of love, yeah. What do you think?
Don't think.
Just do.
I just am. Heading back.
Oh, baby, don't it feel like heaven right now? Don't it feel like something from a dream? Yeah, I've never known nothing quite like this. Don't it feel that the night might never be again? Baby, we know better than to try to pretend. Oh, that no one could have ever told me about this and said, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 the waiting is the hardest part. Every day you get one more yard. You take it on faith, take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. Well, yeah, I might have chased a couple women around. All that ever got me was down. Yeah, then there were those that made me feel good, but never as good as I feel right now. Baby, you're the only one that's ever known how to make me want to live like I want to live now. I said, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. The waiting is the hardest part. Every day you get one more yard. Take it on faith, take it to the heart. For the waiting is the hardest part. Oh, don't let them kill you, babe. Don't let it get to you. Don't let them kill you, babe. Don't let it get to you. I'll be your bleeding heart. I'll be your crying fool. Don't let this go too far. Don't let it get to you. I said, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. The waiting is the hardest part. Every day you get one more yard. Take it on faith, take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. Yeah, the waiting is the hardest part. Oh, whoa. It's the hardest part. Oh, whoa.
All right, well, we're back at the bar with a couple people who obviously take après and skiing very seriously. It's a real pleasure to be here with the crew from Switchback Entertainment. This is Mike Douglas and Anthony Bonello. Mike, of course, is a legend in skiing, you know, a freestyler, also credited as one of the inventors of the twin tip ski, the new Canadian Air Force, a real pioneer in the sport, and also credited with inventing the strawberry sake margarita here at Whistler's Sushi Village, which is also very culturally important.
You know.
And then Anthony Bonello is founder of Before Après Media, so here we are at Après. He did that before. You know, produced films such as Azadi, Freedom, and Stand, a paddleboarder documentary. You know, both fellows have won a ton of awards. Guys, welcome to Whistler Film Festival 2020 Virtual Après Edition. How are you doing?
Hey, we're skiing.
Yeah.
We're talking about films. We're alive. And can't complain too much, you know?
Perfect. Well, I mean, you guys have had a lot of...
I'm having a great time hanging out with Doogie.
Well,
I'm happy to hang out with anybody.
You
but
look
when they
the
come
part.
like this,
you look the part for one. So that's, you know, if you're looking that good, we're all feeling that good, right? You guys have had several films premiere at the Whistler Film Festival over the years. I've got a list here. You know, Freedom Chair in 2011, Tempting Fear 2012, Snowman in 2014, which won the Best Mountain Culture Film Award, Eclipse in 2015, which also won the Best Mountain Film Award. Good run there, Mountain Culture Film Award back to back. Guilt Trip in 2016, Becoming History, 20 Years of the NCAF, and Fountain of Youth in 2017. What does it feel like to premiere your film in front of a hometown crowd here in Whistler? MD?
Snowman, Douglas?
I mean, it's always great, but the year that we did Snowman, 2014, that was like, you know, that was the pinnacle of a film fest experience for me and maybe for you too. I mean, just to be able to play, you know, something that we worked on together for 3 years in front of like literally over 1,000 people.
And the whole community, like all the other production agencies, like you're always calling in favors and people and just, you know, we shot on the mountain, and so patrol it, like everybody was part of it, kind of invested in it and showed up. I think you had to book 2 extra theaters because it sold out, filled the convention center. Like, so it's a nice feeling when you've been stuck behind a desk
So Snowman is a story of risk and redemption in the mountains. And there's a quote here, a lot of people associate risk with danger, but risk is everywhere in everything. There's risk in skiing in avalanche terrain, there's risk in asking a girl to dance, there's also risk in breaking away from the path you were expected to take. And I wanted to talk to you about that, MD. Like, you know, you already have this career as an athlete, and then you really pivoted into the creative role, into filmmaking, and went all in on that. How was that transition for you, and also what were the sort of reception from people that you knew and the you know, your fans as an athlete?
Well, I mean, like I made the transition because I've been working in especially ski films and television involving skiing for a long time, and I didn't just enjoy being the skier. I also kind of like was curious always about how the behind the scenes was going, and so I'd be looking over the shoulder of the cameraman and talking about ways to frame shots and going into the edit suite or whatever with guys like LG, Daryl Palmer, a local guy who used to edit a lot of ski movies. And so for me, it was kind of a natural move. Like I felt like I kind of knew enough about it to get started at least. And then I just had a few key people that believed in me when I kind of started to pivot that way and were willing to invest and say like, hey, like, yeah, we'd like you to produce a project for us. Right. So, you know, my sponsor Solomon that I've been with for like 23 years now has been probably my greatest supporter, and they kind of got behind it and made it happen, and it's been a really fun road for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, mentorship has always played a big role in the Whistler Film Festival on the industry side, and then on the, you know, the more public-facing film fan side, I think Whistler in general really merges art and sport well, and of course the film festival is a huge part of that. Anthony, why do you think we are known as the coolest film festival in Canada?
I mean, if you live in Whistler, you know what it is to party, that's one thing. But I don't know, I think the proximity to Vancouver and just like how vibrant and strong the scene down there is, both at the highest level but also the independent level. I mean, that is true out east as well, but just getting people together in the mountains, it's like you enter the snow globe and it's like good art, good music, good everything. I mean,
everything's packed right into this little village.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, there's similar experiences down south in the mountains in Colorado and whatever, but this is like our Canadian plaid version of it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's December, and it's actually cool.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Snow is falling, and there is a stoke or an energy just around town with the start of ski season. You know, the mountains are stacking up, the powder is falling, and then we have this incredible artistic event. It gets dark at 4 o'clock, so you don't feel bad going to a movie at 4. Like, yeah, it's definitely it's grown into a fantastic 5 days. That's for sure. What would you say to a young filmmaker out there who's watching this, who, you know, maybe screws around with their buddies and a camera and thinks, hey, you know what, maybe one day I could be in the Whistler Film Festival? Do you have a piece of advice for those young filmmakers out there?
Just do it. I think that's the biggest thing. It's never been easier to make a film. I could make a film with the phone in my pocket right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I would say is a lot of young people get hung up on like, oh, I need a red camera or some fancy lenses or whatever. You don't. You just need a good idea and you need to go for it. And that's the first thing I always say to people, is just get out there and make something.
Yeah.
Just do it.
All right, well, cheers for that. And we're going to keep the après going here. Thanks so much for coming in, fellas. It's great to see you.
Thanks to the Whistler Film Fest.
We'll see you on the slopes.
Here's to next year as well.
Woohoo! Okay, we're going from some fantastic local filmmakers to some legendary local musicians. Whistler Film Festival Après 2020 continues. Take it away, Hairfarmers.
wonder how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other guy you knew before. Between the two of us guys, you know I love you more. You took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be mine. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine, and I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah. You know that a man ain't supposed to cry, but these tears I can't hold inside. Losing you in my life, you see, 'cause you mean that much to me. You could have told me yourself that you found someone else. Instead, I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be mine. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine, and I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah. You're never gonna let you go. You be my baby. Ooh. People still believe half of what you see, son, and none of what you hear. I can't help being confused. If it's true, won't you tell me, dear? Do you plan to let me go for the other guy that you knew before? Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine. Not much longer would you be mine. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine, and I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, yeah. But you're never gonna let you go, my baby.
Thank you. Thank you. Really got to turn this guitar up. Can I get a little more guitar?
Want to do solos?
Yeah, no. Something else.
Now was Cleopatra, now was young and actress, when you knelt by my mattress, asked for my hand. But I was sad, you asked it, as I laid in a black dress with my father in a casket. I had no plan. And I left the footprints, the mud stained on the carpet, and hard like my heart did when you left town. But I must admit it, I would marry you in an instant. Damn your wife, I'd be your mistress just to have you around. But I was late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. When I die alone, when I die alone, when I die, I'll be on time. Well, the church discouraged, and he loves to burn within me. Yes, my flesh, it was my currency, but I held true. So I drive a taxi, and the traffic distracts me from the strangers in my backseat. They remind me of you. But I was late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. When I die alone, when I die alone, when I die, I'll be on time. And the only gifts from my Lord were birth and our divorce. But I read this script, the costume fits, so I play my part. Now I was Cleopatra, now I was taller than the rafters, but that's all in the past now, gone with the wind. You're now a nurse in white shoes, leads me back to my guest room. It's a bed and a bathroom and a place for the end. But won't be late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. When I die alone, when I die alone, when I die, I'll be on time. Met her in a club down on Soho, where you drink champagne and it tastes like cherry cola. C-O-L-A cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her my name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola. L-O-L-A. L-O-L-A, Lola. Lola. Well, I'm not the world's most physical guy, but when she squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine. Oh, my Lola, Lola. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can't understand why she walk like a woman but talk like a man. Oh, my Lola, Lola. We drank champagne, we danced all night under electric candlelight. She picked me up and set me on a knee. She said, dear mom, won't you come home with me? Well, I'm not the world's most passionate guy, but when I looked in her eyes, I almost fell for my Lola. Lola. La. I first drove away. I walked to the door. I fell to the floor. I got down on my knees. Then I looked at her and she at me. That's the way that I wanted to stay, and I always wanted to be that way for my Lola. Lola. Girls will be boys and boys will be girls. It's a mixed up muddle of sugar world except for Lola. Lola. Well, I lived on with the week before, and I've never ever kissed a woman before. And Lola smiled and took me by the hand. Said, dear mom, gonna make you a man. Well, I'm not not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am and I'll be it. I'm a man, and so is Lola. Lola, Lola, Lola. Lola, Lola, Lola. Lola. Hello, LA. Lola, Lola, Lola. Lola, Lola, Lola.
That's a fun one. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I found myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? What do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watches the dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Climb through the surface where they cannot us. We'll pop on the shallow now.
Here we go now.
In the shallow. Sing it. In the shallow. In the shallow. We're far from the shallow now. I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. I'll never meet the ground. Climb through the surface where they cannot us. We'll fight from the shallow now. In the shallow. In the shallow. In the shallow. We'll fight from the shallow now.
It's the Harry Gaga Band.
The Harry Gaga Band. Leaving you, is it the right thing to do? Hacking up, checking up's all you want to do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, if you won't take it from me? You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another day, another lonely day. You can go your own way. wide. Everything turned around. Packing up, checking up's all you wanna do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another long day, another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another long day, another lonely day. You can go your own way. You can go your own way.
With me now is Janalee Budge. Janalee is a longtime local in Whistler. She spent 15 years as a creative director for a marketing and advertising company. Also worked for the Whistler Film Festival for a year in 2012. And then in the last few years has shifted over to put her creative energies into filmmaking. Her first film, In the Blink of an Eye, was a short documentary about a local athlete who was in a helicopter crash and 25 years later realized he suffered from PTSD. That premiered at the Whistler Film Festival. Second film, The Happiness Tour, followed a group of senior citizens in their 80s and 90s who formed a band and hit the road. And now your third film, Janalee, Please Try Again. It premieres today at the Whistler Film Festival online across the country. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having me.
How does it feel to once again premiere a film here locally at the festival, and also your first film in front of a local audience?
Yeah, I mean, when I did the In the Blink of an Eye in front of an audience, there was nothing better than you're sitting in a crowd, as you know, with a big screen finally, and you're surrounded by all your people.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And this year, yeah, I just feel super privileged to have another film that got accepted into the Whistler Film Festival, and there's like such an amazing lineup. So again, I feel honored.
Yeah, yeah. So we've talked a lot earlier in the show here about following your path and your passion, whether that's, to move to Whistler and be a ski bum, or whether that's to step out of something and become a filmmaker. You had a comfortable career here in Whistler and you were still drawn to film. Talk about that transition and what spurred it, and also how was that journey for you to become a filmmaker?
Yeah, I was working in commercial advertising and doing sort of TV commercials and shorter things, and then really loved that side of it, and decided at 50 to go to film school with a bunch of 20-year-olds.
Nice.
So that was a super awesome experience. And then I did a year working camera crew on sets in Vancouver, which is also, again, being female, being 50 and being the camera trainee on these like big sets was also an amazing experience. And then I finally honed enough skills that I felt like I could start making my own films, and I always had lots of ideas in my head, and so I just needed the technical skills to do it, and I feel like I'm still, there's so much to learn. The more I know, the more I know I need to learn.
Totally. Well, you're living proof that creativity flourishes in the mountains here in Whistler. We love to have fun. We dress up for Après, and there's a lot of arts in town. a lot of people coming to Whistler Film Festival over the last 20 years have walked away saying, you know what, that is the coolest film festival in Canada. Why do you think people say Whistler Film Festival is the coolest in the country?
I think it's a combination of a couple of things. I think it's because it's in Whistler, and Whistler is, as we all know, the most amazing place to live in the world. And it's the people, and there's this interesting vibe that's here that doesn't exist anywhere else. And as you know, I'm sure if you travel to other resorts or other cities, it's just not the same. And people have an attitude when they land here, they embrace that vibe. And it's just, everybody is on the same level, and it's super fun. People kind of have no inhibitions, and it's just creativity just like flows.
I think the pedestrian village, the fact that we're all just thrown in here, you're not racing across town in cars or limos, you know, you could run into your favorite director, you know, walking from the lift back to the hotel. Or
exactly. It's a very intimate village, and like you said, anybody that's in town, you're going to run into them for sure. And they all look the same. They're wearing a toque, and they're in a ski jacket, and they're trying to walk in ski boots or weird boots, and we're all exactly the same, and so it's not intimidating at all, and just really friendly and really embracing.
Yeah, and I mean that goes doubly so for Après, of course. You know, Après is a mountain culture tradition, honored since time immemorial here in Whistler. What do you think makes Après so important to ski culture and to Whistler culture?
Yeah, I think Après is a ski town's gathering. Like that, it's our community hall. It's where we celebrate everything. It's where we fall in love. It's where we make deals. It's where anything that's going to happens at Après. And it's also earlier in the day. So for people like me, it's super nice to be able to go out early and then still be in bed.
Yeah, totally.
You can
party at 3:30. Right?
Exactly, and then it's totally fine. So it's just super inclusive, and you know, for kids and old people and everybody in between.
So your film, I'm going to plug it again though. It premieres today. It's called Please Try Again. It's across the country. What would you say to some young person out there who maybe this is going to be their first Whistler Film Festival because they live far across the country and they're seeing this festival and maybe thinking, hey, you know, I could do that. What would you say to a young aspiring filmmaker out there?
I would say absolutely just start making films. And you have an iPhone, you have whatever you have nowadays. You don't need to have like a big camera or anything. If you've got an idea in your head, just start making films. And the more you make, the better you get. And it's one of those things that just gets better and better. And it's just like, it's such an amazing way to express whatever you're trying to say.
There we go. All right, you heard it here first, kids. Get out, have fun with your friends, and make a film. You could end up like Jana Lee. Thanks so much for coming, Jana Lee. I appreciate seeing you. And we're going to kick it back to the Hairfarmers for their final show of the evening here.
Get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park. Meantime, south of the river, you stop and you hold everything. The band is blowing Dixie, double full time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Where you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, yeah, the jazz go down. Too much competition in other places. Yeah, but the horns, they're blowing out sound. Way on down south. Way on down south London town. You check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. But a strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. He says no guitar is all you can afford. When he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can date a honky-tonk like anything, saving it up for Friday night with the Sultans. Yes, we are. Yeah, with the Sultans of Swing. In a crowd of young boys, they're fooling around in the corner, drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies and their platform soul. They don't give a damn about any trumpet playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the Sultans, yeah, the Sultans, they play Creole. Creole gold. And the man, he steps right up to the microphone. He says at last, he said the time bell ring. Thank you and good night. Now it's time to go home. He makes it fast with one more thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing. life. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, out picking up bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for a rally to see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock. Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick the banjo now. Oh, Lord, turn your keys to get me now. I lost money playing poker, so I had to up and leave it. I ain't looking back, living in old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south, now we're rolling Oka, caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long stroke. But he's a head out west to the Cumberland Gap, Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta get a move on, fit for a song. I hear my baby calling my name and I know that she's the only one. If I die, well at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Just like that. Uno más. There's something like, what do you call them? Evil ways? You gotta change your evil ways, baby. Before I start loving you, you got to change, baby. 'Cause every word that I say got me running and hiding all over town. You got me sneaking and creeping and running around. Can't go on. Lord knows you got to change, baby. Baby, when I come home, baby, my house is dark and my thoughts are cold. You hang around, baby, with Gina, John, and who knows who. I'm getting tired of waiting and fooling around. I want somebody who won't make me feel like a clown. Just can't go on. Lord knows you've got to change, baby. Baby. Come home, baby. My house is dark and my thoughts are cold. You hang around, baby, with Gina, John, and who knows who. I'm getting tired of waiting and fooling around. I want somebody who won't make me feel like a clown. Just can't go on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah! Happy Après Ski Whistler! It's the world's longest shot ski for COVID distancing. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Woo! Oh, yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Another fantastic après set from the Hairfarmers, Whistler's favorite band. We've had some of the town's top filmmaking talent here tonight. We got DJ Frosty Freeze, which I think is living proof Whistler Film Festival is Canada's coolest film festival. So thank you all so much for joining us on this virtual après. It's been, you know, a little bit different, but a whole lot of awesome. And next year, we're gonna hopefully invite the world here and do it up properly, where we can host you in town, enjoy two of the best ski hills in the world, all this beautiful nature, and kick it in the vibrant village. You can bump into people, you can make friends, you can make deals, you can have dinner, and most important of all, you can check out fresh films loaded with Canadian talent. Before we go, one quick reminder, you can still support the festival by donating, tax-deductible receipts, going on to the online auction, which is live until December 18th, and just buying your tickets to the festival or passes, big groups of passes. Half the money goes to the filmmakers, the rest goes to the festival, and we'll be right back here next year, hopefully in real life. So thank you so much to all the musicians, filmmakers, this guy right here, and especially thank you to you for joining us. Don't forget, Whistler Film Festival is live all month till December 31st, 11:59 p.m. So check out the films, and we'll catch you up at whistlerfilmfestival.com.